The advanced trick, reverse to between the handler's legs from 4 body lengths. This is a complex trick, and our objective is to pull together a number of skills so that the dog learns to reverse through your legs, having started 4 body lengths away and while facing away from you. The prerequisite is that your dog can happily and reliably perform a wait and a backup and is comfortable in straddle position. You can start with your dog in straddle, target him forward, then cue straddle position again. Mark as he is backing up and reward in straddle. Start in straddle, target him forward, cue backward movement and mark while moving, then reward in straddle. Then you can target him forward but move a little further backwards, so there is an increased distance to reverse into straddle. You can further increase the distance by then moving backwards with the dog still in straddle. It's also important to build value for the dog remaining stationary as you move behind him. Otherwise, he is likely to preempt the backup. Start in front of or beside the dog, move behind him, then return and reward him for holding the weight. Another method is to use a target mat, as you may have done when starting to teach backup. Then, if you could borrow a friend's legs, you can develop the concept of reversing into straddle. Start with a simple reverse onto the target mat. Then, if you can enlist the help of a friend who can stand with their feet on either side of the target mat, you can build that understanding of ending up in straddle. When that is working well, you can then remove the target mat. You can also use a freestanding frame to teach reversing straight between some obstacles. First, develop your dog's understanding of reversing through the barrier while you are standing in front. As he gets the idea, you can gradually inch further away to increase distance. When this is proceeding well, you can then move to standing close behind the barrier with your dog in straddle and release him forward to reward. Then cue to reverse into straddle. You can then progressively increase the distance forward that the treat is placed. If he gets confused, you may have increased the distance a bit too quickly, but also remember to get your verbal reverse cue in quickly as he picks that treat up, so he immediately understands to go backwards. Using a remote treat dispenser is particularly helpful and improves the efficiency of your reward placement. The marker comes as she reaches straddle position, and doing it this way you can again inch backwards so that you are minutely increasing the distance each time. You can also move the frame back in very small increments, again to increase the distance. While still using the frame, you can introduce the wait and walk behind your dog. Remember to go back often and reward the wait. Also, vary the side to which you move. If you always move around the same side, your dog may well twist his head or body, and the reverse is likely to be crooked, which may then mean he misses straddle position as he reverses. She is still quite likely to look around over her shoulder to see where I've gone, but it's not quite as exacerbated as if you always move in the one direction. Another approach is to turn the dog 180 degrees to face away from you and then back away from your dog. Once your dog understands the component parts, the wait and the reverse into straddle, you can gradually build distance, but remember to yo-yo how much you ask for. Don't always make it harder. Now to pull together the key elements of the trick. For the setup, the dog will be at a stand. The handler will be 4 body lengths behind the dog, facing the same direction as the dog, and will stand with his feet apart to create an inverted V. You may give a verbal cue and or hand signal to cue the dog to reverse. The dog will reverse substantially in a straight line until his shoulders are level with or have passed your legs. You may not move sideways to facilitate the dog ending up between your legs. The trick will be completed when the dog's shoulders are level with or have passed your legs. Now some examples of the advanced trick. Reverse to between the handler's legs for 4 body lengths.